The tragedy of aging isn't weakness, it's forgetting your power. 99% of older men make this mistake. They think age is a curse, that strength, attraction, and respect all fade with time. But here's the harsh truth. They don't fade. They get buried. Buried under regrets. Buried under the noise of a world obsessed with youth. Buried under the belief that your time has passed. But what if I told you that the most attractive, respected, and mentally powerful men are not in their 20s, but their 50s, 60s, even 70s? This video isn't about survival. It's about domination through stillness, through wisdom, through presence. We're not here to teach you how to get women. We're here to remind you, you never lost your edge. You just forgot how to wield it. Let's dive in. Here are 7 forgotten secrets every older man must remember to become unshakably attractive, respected, and powerful again. 1. The silent power of presence. You walk into a room, you say nothing, and yet people turn their heads. There's no music announcing you, no spotlight following you, but there's something about the way you carry yourself. Something rooted, settled, and undeniably solid. That's presence. Presence isn't about posture or voice projection. It's not about faking confidence or commanding attention. Presence is a frequency, a subtle energy, a quiet force that whispers, "I've been through fire, and I'm still standing." Most men chase validation because they fear being invisible. But a Stoic man doesn't need the room to see him. The room feels him. This presence is forged over years, not in the gym or the boardroom, but in hardship, in quiet reflection, in the long nights where you sat with your pain instead of escaping it. That weight you carry in your chest, when alchemized, it becomes gravity. It pulls others in, not because you're loud, but because you're centered. Women, especially younger ones, aren't looking for high-energy boys who perform. They're drawn to a man who doesn't react to every noise, a man who doesn't seek approval or chase after attention. They're drawn to the man whose stillness unsettles the insecure and calms the strong. Marcus Aurelius once said, "The soul becomes dyed with the color of its thoughts." That's not poetry. It's physics. If your inner world is full of chaos, neediness, or noise, that's what others will feel around you. But if your thoughts are steeped in clarity, purpose, and peace, you emit a masculine calm that doesn't beg to be noticed. It commands it. Presence is cultivated, not performed. It's the result of daily mastery, of breath, of emotion, of ego. It's what happens when you stop trying to prove and simply start being. You don't interrupt. You don't compete. You just exist, with such grounded confidence that others can't help but lean in. That's not magic. That's stoicism in motion. 2. Eyes that don't flinch. Forget the cheesy one-liners. Forget trying to be smooth. If your eyes betray fear, insecurity, or approval-seeking, you've already lost the room. And worse, you've lost yourself. Your eyes are the first thing a woman reads before she hears a word from your lips. And she's not looking for charm. She's searching for something deeper: stability, presence, strength. Most men, especially older men, either look away too quickly, afraid of being seen, or they stare too hard, trying to prove they're still in the game. Both are signs of insecurity disguised as strategy. But the Stoic man? He doesn't flinch. Not because he's trying to intimidate, but because there's nothing left to hide. His eye contact isn't a performance, it's a reflection of presence, of experience, of inner stillness. When you hold her gaze, not as a tactic, but as a truth, you're telling her something rare. I don't fear being seen because I've already met myself. That terrifies most women in the best way, because most men mask themselves with jokes, bravado, or flattery. You stand there, open but unreadable, still but alert. And in that moment, whether it's 3 seconds or 30, you give her a glimpse of something ancient. Not a boy begging to be liked, but a man who has walked through storms and doesn't need her smile to feel whole. This isn't about seduction. It's about sovereignty. Epictetus said, "No man is free who is not master of himself." Your eyes are the gate to that mastery. If they dart around the room or shift with every emotion, you're broadcasting that your inner world is chaotic. But if they're calm, steady, and soft, not aggressive but anchored, you become unforgettable. Because here's the truth: women don't fall for words, they fall for energy. And your eyes, they speak it fluently. 3. The touch that anchors, not excites. Most men touch to get something: attention, approval, or arousal. They reach out with hands fueled by insecurity, craving validation through physical closeness. But you touch for a different reason. You don't take, you give. You give stability in an unstable world. You give calmness in moments that are loud. You give something most women rarely experience: a man whose touch isn't a demand, but a declaration of presence. A light touch on her wrist while walking side by side, no pressure, no claim, just a silent "I'm here." A guiding hand at the base of her back as you cross a crowded street, not to dominate but to reassure. You're not pushing her, leading her, or impressing her. You're anchoring her. That's the difference between boys and men. Boys use touch to excite. Men use it to calm. And women, whether they realize it or not, respond deeply to that shift. In a society saturated with shallow flirtation, rushed intimacy, and hands that grasp without intention, your quiet physicality stands out. Because it says more than desire, it says containment. She doesn't need you to rush, she doesn't need you to perform. What she craves but rarely admits is a man who can be near her body without needing it to affirm his worth. Touch her like you would calm a wild horse, not with force, but with presence. Let your energy flow through your fingertips, not to stimulate, but to signal. You are safe here. I am not hurried. I am not hungry. I am home. This is the Stoic way: measured, intentional, grounded. Because a man who knows how to wield stillness through touch is more dangerous than one who pushes with words. And the older you get, the more powerful this becomes. Not because of age alone, but because your touch carries the weight of experience. You don't reach for her to chase pleasure. You reach because you've already found peace. 4. The calm protector. When people hear protector, they imagine grand gestures, fighting off threats, shielding her from danger, being her knight. But real protection? It's invisible until it's needed. It's subtle until chaos shows up. You don't need to be the loudest man in the room to be the safest one. In fact, the loudest man is often the least in control. Being a protector starts with how you carry yourself. It's in your eyes, your body language, your breathing. When the world gets shaky, she glances at you not for answers, but for anchoring. She wants to know, is he rattled or is he still? When a waiter is rude, you don't explode. You handle it with a tone that demands respect without raising your voice. When a situation turns awkward or unsafe, you don't get flustered, you observe, you measure, you act. This is what makes a woman feel protected, not the illusion of strength, but the reality of control. Epictetus said it best: it's not what happens to you, but how you react that matters. You become her shelter, not by removing the storm, but by showing her you don't break in it. In a world of men who puff up their chest, who panic, who overreact, your restraint is revolutionary. You don't need to save her. She's not asking for rescue. She's asking for reassurance, silent loyalty, hidden strength, constant presence. And this protection extends beyond the physical. It's emotional. It's energetic. It's the way you stand beside her intention, not distract her from it. The way you validate her fears without being consumed by them. The way you create a space where she can fall apart without worrying that you will. That's the man she trusts. That's the man she remembers. The one who doesn't need to announce his strength, but shows it in how he responds when things get messy. You don't panic. You don't posture. You protect. Not through force, but through unshakable calm. If what you've heard so far resonates, If it reminded you of something deeper within yourself, then consider supporting this message. Tap that subscribe button. It's not just for you. It helps us continue creating content like this, grounded in truth, shaped by philosophy, and meant to awaken the quiet power in men everywhere. Your support keeps this movement alive. Thank you. 5. Slow speech holds deep power. Most men speak fast, not because they're in a hurry, but because they're afraid of the silence between words, afraid that if they pause too long, they'll lose her attention. But here's the truth. Only men who lack power fear the pause. The man who owns the room, he doesn't rush. He doesn't explain everything. He speaks with precision, weight, and calm authority. Every word he says lands, not because of volume, but because of stillness. When you speak slowly, you create space. And in that space, people lean in, especially women. Why? Because a man who speaks slowly projects control, not just of his words, but of his thoughts, his emotions, and his presence. A rushed man is a reactive man, but a calm, deliberate speaker, he's unshakable. He's not chasing approval, he's choosing his words like a sculptor chooses each stroke. He doesn't fill the silence to feel safe. He lets the silence do the work. Think of the most powerful men in history: Marcus Aurelius, Abraham Lincoln, even modern-day negotiators. They don't speak quickly. They let their tone, pacing, and rhythm command more attention than shouting ever could. So the next time a woman asks you something, don't answer right away. Pause. Breathe. Let the tension live in the air. And then respond, not react. That pause is where your dominance lives. That stillness is where she feels the difference between a boy and a man, between someone who needs to impress and someone who already knows his worth. As Seneca said, speech is the mirror of the mind. So what is your speech reflecting? Is it hurried and uncertain, or calm, composed, and magnetic? Remember, fast words signal a fast mind and a scattered soul. Slow words, they signal mastery. 6. Mention her in a dream. In a world full of lines, tactics, and game, there's one thing most men never think to use: the subconscious. And here's where the magic happens. Next time you're with her, don't compliment her dress, don't tell her she's pretty. Say something simple but disarming. I had a strange dream last night, and you were in it. Then stop. Let silence do the seduction. Let her curiosity rise like a tide. When she finally asks, "What was it about?" don't overplay it. Don't say something over the top. Instead, say something like, "We were just sitting somewhere quiet, talking about life. It felt peaceful." What you've just done isn't manipulation. It's deeper. It's psychological alchemy. You've planted an idea, not in her conscious mind, but in her emotional body. You've positioned yourself not as the man trying to impress her, but as the man whose subconscious is already emotionally bonded with her. This idea lingers longer than any compliment, because it's not just what you said, it's how you said it. You didn't tell her you dreamed about kissing her. You told her something emotional, spiritual, and calm. That's what creates the internal pull. She won't say it out loud, but she'll begin to wonder, why was I in his dream? What does that mean? And here's where the Stoic advantage kicks in. You don't chase that moment. You don't try to build on it. You drop it and let it echo. Just like in life, the most powerful impressions come when you don't try to hold on. You trust the seed you planted and move forward with calm confidence. As the Stoics teach, let go of what is not in your control. You can't control her reaction, but you can control your presence and the subtle, unforgettable ways you let her feel it. And trust me, no one forgets being the subject of a dream, especially when it comes from a man who doesn't need to say more. 7. The refined masculine image. Let's talk about something most men overlook once they pass a certain age: appearance. And no, we're not talking about chasing trends or trying to look young again. That's not masculinity. That's panic. You don't need abs. You don't need status symbols. What you need is intention. Every inch of your appearance should whisper, I know who I am, and I've earned it. Start with your grooming. Your beard, don't just grow it. Discipline it. Let it reflect your maturity, not your neglect. A well-groomed beard signals presence, stability, and calm dominance. Primal cues that women and even other men notice subconsciously. Your clothing? It doesn't have to scream money, but it must speak self-respect. Well-fitted, clean, quiet. Neutral colors, strong lines. You don't dress to impress others. You dress because you are the kind of man who shows up to life on purpose. And your posture? That's where everything starts. Stand upright, shoulders back, eyes forward. Walk like a man with a mission, not someone wandering through life hoping to be noticed. Marcus Aurelius said, waste no more time arguing what a good man should be. Be one. Your image should show that sentence before you ever say a word. You've lived decades, your scars are real, your pain is earned, but how you carry that, how you present it to the world, is what defines you. When a woman looks at you, she's not judging your fashion. She's asking a silent question. Does he carry the weight of his life with pride or shame? Answer with your image. Answer with silent elegance. Answer by becoming the man who doesn't need to posture, because his presence speaks louder than fashion ever could. You're not here to be trendy. You're here to be timeless. Be the calm storm. Let's step back. Reflect. You haven't just watched another video. You've remembered a part of yourself. You've just walked through 7 truths that most men forget as they age, but that the strongest men carry with them. Your presence is your weapon. You don't need noise to make an impact. You walk in stillness, and still, the room shifts. Your eyes are your message. You hold her gaze not to impress her, but because you no longer fear being seen. Your touch is your anchor, a gesture that doesn't take but gives her something rare: peace. Your calm is her protection. In chaos, you don't panic, you lead. Your speech is your power, slower, stronger, measured, mastered. Your dream is her mystery. You connect not through effort, but through depth. Your image is your identity. Every detail says, I don't need to prove anything, I just am. These aren't tricks, these aren't tactics. They're not designed to make you more likable. They're reminders. Reminders of who you were always meant to be, a man unshaken by time, unmoved by opinion, untouched by desperation. Don't chase your youth, don't beg to be noticed, don't explain your strength, just be. Because real masculinity isn't loud, it doesn't flex, it doesn't need applause, it just stands like a mountain in a storm. This is stoicism. This is leadership. This is what the world forgot, but what you now remember. So if something awakened in you today, don't scroll away. Comment below, I remember who I am, and subscribe to Stoic Spirit, where the quiet man becomes the legend.